Hit the share button now. Amy Fitkin, will we have another freeze this month in Saginaw County? Boy, with what I'm seeing now out to about May 20th, I would doubt it, probably, except for tomorrow morning is possible again, I guess. All right, so let's get into the model. What you're looking at, red lines, remember, temperatures above freezing, and the more you're into the red lines, the warmer it is, and that's where we're going with this. Blue lines, that's the cold pocket, that's shrinking. Then you'll see the areas of precipitation in the forecast, and you'll see the pressure pattern, which maybe is a little bit too much for some of you. Pick out, let's see, right there, you can pick out Florida, you can see Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, South Carolina, then work your way northward. You'll find the Great Lakes, you'll find Michigan in this map. This is today. Okay, next weather maker, inching into the southern half of the state. Eric Suzuki, no rain today or tomorrow. You got your wish there. Lila Skimson, good morning to you, and Rothberry in the house. So Friday, Thursday night, Friday morning, showers southern half of the state. We'll look at that a little bit closer tomorrow, probably making it up light in fashion to Saginaw and maybe Grand Rapids. This is Friday evening, still the showers hanging around southern half of the state. So Friday could be a damp day. Oh, sorry. Yes. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it. All right, here we go. Is it Friday yet? So let's go back. I'm sorry. So here we go. Wednesday, today. Not much wind. Once it dies down, one thing I got to say is that in Michigan, Michigan is unique to a lot of other states. In Michigan, when you have, say, a cold morning, say dark ground that's drying out, sunshine, cold Great Lakes, you can get a 1 or 2 hour wind gust where the temperatures and the pressure are starting to equalize some. So generally when we look at these maps, I say not much wind today, and you might say, well, I'm outside right now and there's a lot of wind. It might be a short duration type wind. Okay. Now Thursday, and then Friday. So here is the weather system being shunted to the south, but still enough moisture to make it through the southern half of the state on Friday. This is Saturday. We should be drying out, but on the backside of that, we'll be in a northeasterly and easterly breeze, and that's pretty cool still at this time of the year with the lakes only being in the 40s. And then we go to Mother's Day. Look at that. That is perfect for Mother's Day. And then in comes the warm-up. You could almost see how the warmth wells up into central Canada. Okay. And now we're into Wednesday. We're into Thursday. And we're into Friday, another surge of warmth. So what we're going to look at now is we're going to look at the temperature anomaly, deviation from normal of the temperature at about 5,000 feet up. That transfers down to, if it's warmer than normal at 5,000 feet up, it's warmer than normal here at the ground. I'll show you actual numbers here in just a moment. But the reason why I like to show you 5,000 feet up is if I show you a surface temperature, it fluctuates a lot from the hottest part of the day to the coldest part of the night. So you don't get a real feel for the trend. So I like to go above that where there's not a diurnal change in the temperature, and you'll see a true trend. We're going to look at the European, then we're going to look at the GFS, see if they both say that. European in this perspective goes out 10 days. GFS, the US model, goes out 16 days, and you'll see what I'm talking about, a long duration type warm spell. And then you might say, well, maybe we're into it. Maybe we're into the warm weather, okay? Let's see, Pamela, I'm driving to New York Monday and returning Friday. Any storms to avoid? No, it looks pretty quiet in the eastern half of the country. You'll have to check in on Friday, though. So this is the temperature anomaly, 5,000 feet up, and we go to Saturday, and we're still a little cooler than normal. Then we go to Mother's Day, and we flip-flop to warmer than normal slightly. And then we go into next week. This is Monday, and this is Tuesday, and this is about 20 degrees warmer than normal. Normal's now in low to mid-60s. Hey, good morning, North Muskegon. Love the Muskegon area. It kind of reminds me of where I grew up. Kind of similar layout on the lake. This is Wednesday of next week, and this is Thursday. And what you're seeing there is 10, 15, 20 degrees warmer than normal, large area, not just a flash and pan. This is Friday of next week, and this is where the GFS, or I'm sorry, the European comes to an end 10 days out next Saturday morning. So let's look at the GFS, goes out farther in advance, and let's see when it takes us to warmer than normal. So it still has us cool Friday and Saturday. We'd expect that with clouds and showers around. Then there's Mother's Day. We go slightly warmer than normal, and I'll show you exact numbers here in just a moment here, so just bear with me. So this is Tuesday, and it's showing the same thing, 10, 15, 20 degrees warmer than normal. This is next Thursday. This is next Friday, still continuing warmer than normal, not bringing a cold pocket in. This is through next weekend. This is Monday, May 16th, hanging around on the warmer than normal. And this is Wednesday, May 18th. And this is Thursday, May 19th. And we're going into May 20th right there. So in other words, this is saying that we've got 16 days. Well, I guess I should say starting on Mother's Day, we have it through the 20th. Okay, so actual temperatures, highs today, better than they have been, at least in the low 60s. But bear in mind, anywhere that there's a wind off the water, you're only in the 40s and 50s. Thursday looks really nice in the mid to upper 60s. Friday, we get the clouds coming back in. A little cooler. Saturday, we get the northeast wind, and it's chilly in places on Saturday. Then Mother's Day looks gorgeous. Highs, let's call it 65 to 70. And then Monday, let's call it in the low to mid 70s. And then Tuesday, the west side of the state, west side of Lower Michigan may hit 80 degrees. I'm going to look closer at that on MLive. And remember now, I feel like the European is overdone on temperatures when it gets to the high end coming up. Nothing surprises me in weather. It's possible, but ignore that 90 and bring it back to in the low to mid 80s probably. Okay, so this would be next Wednesday and next Thursday and next Friday. So the interesting thing here is the warmth may be more in the north and western part of Lower Michigan versus the Detroit and Ann Arbor area. You'll be nice too. You'll be in the 70s at least, and eventually get into the 80s. But we're talking Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're talking next week. Some spots could have 4 out of 5 days in the work week with temperatures at 80 in the afternoon. Time to get the Corvette out, says Michael Jaskowitz. I agree, definitely. So there you have it. The weather pattern is going to do the flip-flop. Warm weather will bring any severe weather chances. Right now, it looks like we are going to be pretty quiet on the storm pattern next week. I wrote about this yesterday that, the jet stream goes through phases where it's real stormy and then it kind of quiets down for a week or two, flares back up. And it just depends on where we're at in that next flare up if we get our severe weather season, which is typically June. If it comes early, it might be a week earlier or so, but right now, next week looks like a pretty good one. Nancy Goodchild, next weekend I'm camping at Pontiac Lake. Would love great weather. Right now, it looks like the pattern's changed, and yeah, you might you might get a cool down, but it doesn't look like it for next weekend. There you go. Thank you for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. Please hit the share button, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. We're getting closer to the weekend, and we're getting closer to summer-like weather. Take care.